welcome to the Prince Magnum channel. I'm your host, Prince Magnum. Welcome to In Your Face. No, the title does not fully suggest everything that's going on. It's just kind of a play on words. Um, Let me, bring you all up to speed. The video footage you actually see is from last year, basically where when we still both had Project Vera and Project Spirit. Now we only have Project Spirit. Basically, this was Vera's first time out in the general public, and for a lot of people, seeing two Mavericks, that was pretty neat. A lot of people really did not know what to think. It was pretty awesome. Let me clue you in on what's going on. Um, Basically, as I'm making this video, it is now the 31st, and tomorrow being April Fool's Day 2017. Basically, weather permitting, I'm going to be hooking up with Bert from Bert TV, and we're going to do a very special crossover. Now, if you've never seen any of Bert's and Prince, a Bert TV and a Prince Magnum channel crossover, they're usually pretty funny, or sometimes they're just downright like, holy cow, these guys are out there. You just never know what you're going to get. Um, Basically, this has been something that's been kind of in the making. Bert and I are going to get together, and I'm going to take them up in Project Spirit to a car meet. Not an actual car show. This is not the first car show of the season. This is just a car meet. We're going to go say hi to our friends in the Foothills Car Club, which I am a member of. A car club that's been around since 1968, if I remember correctly. So a lot of history there. A lot of these people have been there pretty much for many years, still keeping the traditions of hot rodding alive and well. Um, for Bert, he does an amazing channel, no question about that. However, he can only do so much. Um, from his apartment or certain various locations that he's been able to do. Um, Again, he has a fantastic channel. Um, he's very funny. He's just really out there, and I enjoy working with him whenever we do our crossovers. Um, they're just absolutely amazing. Um, you know, Working with Bert, I enjoy it. And for the record, whenever I do get on camera, um, Bert, um, working with Bert has made me better with my on-camera presence than I have been in the past. So, um, again, big kudos to Bert, for doing such an amazing job working with me. Because I could steal the show if you let me. Of course, then again, he can too if you let him. But I digress. Basically, we're going to go over, weather permitting, to uh, a car meet with the Foothills Car Club. We're going to show Project Spirit. He's going to be able to get more content for his channel than he's been able to do, and hopefully at the end of it all, um, he'll be able to increase his fan base. Um, of course, continuing with what I've been doing here on the Prince Magnum channel, that is exactly what we're going to do. Um, this is just kind of a prelude to some of the up and coming car shows that we're going to be hitting up. Again, I always enjoy going to car shows. They're a lot of fun. They're really exciting. Um, Real quick, while we're addressing car shows and the fact that Project Spirit has been around for a very long time, 43 years. This November she'll be 44, technically. Even though she's a 75, she was built in November of 74, so that's how I actually figure that out for you. So in November she'll be 44 years old. She's getting up there in her years. Um, that being said, um, Project Spirit is long overdue for getting her historical plates. She just has regular plates, just like everybody else has, for like even the new vehicles. Basically, she has to go in for inspection every year or every 2 years, depending on how I do the plates. And she gets new plates, and I drive her. That's it. You know, um, we're looking at basically doing um, historical plates on her, personalized historical plates that will more or less, when these plates go on, I never have to get her inspected again. I never have to worry about plates as long as I own Project Spirit. So basically, as long as I own Project Spirit, those plates are, and as long as I live in the state of Missouri, those plates are good. So that's just the way it is, you know. So she's getting ready to enter the world that technically that a lot of her cars her age basically it's kind of like this is long overdue. She's earned it. She's more than earned it. Along with that, I know some of you who are here in Missouri are like, well, aren't you limited on miles and things like that? Yes. However, I don't have to worry a heck of a whole lot about that. Just basically some things that members of Foothills Car Club had passed on to me, and we're basically going to I'm going to utilize that to my advantage. So there you have that. Um, we're also working up to doing some interesting footage on Project Spira's progress. Lately, she's been in a few shops. One, you all know about the transmission, but we're also having some serious front end work done. Upper ball joints, and we're going to talk about that at a later date. We're changing out the original upper ball joints. We're getting ready to do that front disc brake conversion. Basically, I get paid the same day, and if all goes well, I'll be sending off. Um, I have a friend who handles parts location for me, and was able to locate some adapter plates that would allow me to put on the basically put on disc on the front of Project Spirit, and basically everything will bolt right up, no questions asked. And basically after that, Project Spirit will have front disc brakes. Pretty cool, huh? After that, it's a matter of getting a center link tied up, and pretty much her front suspension will be done for a while. Um, I'm kind of in a rush to do this, even with the doom and gloom of the state of Missouri still over me. Um, that isn't why I'm in a rush. I've had two people ask me now for a 0 to 60 time on Project Spirit. The first one being Lover of Love. He's asked for that. And number two, my good friend Troy, he asked me if I would do that video for him. And guys, I have not forgotten you. I want to do this. I just haven't gotten to that point. I want Project Spirit suspension to be locking up perfectly tight um, before I make this attempt, because if anything goes wrong, that's my baby there. You know, that's my project. That's a good portion of my channel right there. Um, and it's really hard to find four-door Mavericks, okay? I know there's two doors out there, but I don't want to pay that kind of cash for another Maverick. And number two, that's what a lot of people go with, and I have children, okay? Even though they're not with me, I know eventually that could come to be where they're back home with me. So let's stay one step ahead of everybody else. Um, Really, that's kind of where we're at in this. Doing a crossover, weather permitting, with my dear friend Bert from Bert TV. We are looking at doing the 0 to 60 times, and I would like to hit up the drag strip sometime this year and just see what Spirit's quarter mile time is. We're not going to be doing anything too crazy because Spirit's new transmission is actually older than Spirit. It's from a 67 Mustang, so her 3-speed manual that replaced her original one is actually 50 years old. So we're going to try to take it really easy on that transmission until we could get Project Spirit's original one rebuilt. So that's kind of where we're at in that. And when we do rebuild it, be expecting it not to be stock. Okay, we are gonna make some upgrades, improve clutch, maybe a better bell housing, a lighter bell housing, pressure plate, throw out bearing, you name it. If I could squeeze it in there, and if I can get the money, we're gonna make some improvements. So that's where we're at. All right, as always, if you've got a question, a comment, a video you might like to see me try to do, within reason, I will do my best for you. Um, if you if you leave a comment below that's hateful, one of two things: either A, I'm going to make fun of you, or B, I'm just going to delete it. And if it's going to be me making fun of you, you had it coming. This is my second job, and if I came to your job busting your chops, you wouldn't like it. So show me the same respect, okay? I think that just goes without saying. As always, get out there and work on a project. I don't care what it is, just do something with yourself. Creativity and idle hands do not mix, all right? And if you've got a sweetheart, sweep them off their feet. And as always, if nobody has told any of you that they love you today, Prince Magnum does. God bless you, and have a happy 24. Thank you.
You done messed up, Aaron. Now take your ass on down to Oshag Hennessy's office right now and tell him exactly what you did. Get out of my goddamn classroom before I break my foot off in your ass. Insubordinate and churlish.